Yeah, you were about David's age.
Like the
You
Wii
found, well, you found the Wii U. You've never seen it before,
Okay.
and within like 5 minutes, you figured out how to get into YouTube, which I didn't even know you could get onto on there and play your favorite TV show.
We are up. 1, 2, 3, clap! Yay!
Yeah, good clapping.
Don't keep you
Clap,
guys.
clap, clap, clap. Yeah.
This is not nail art. That's
Yeah.
see, my
That's
ears
us.
going. Now the slow, now the touch.
Okay, today
That's so cute.
we are going to do this last section.
What one is it? That's
Matthew chapter
20.
20, verses 1 through 16.
Yeah.
That's page 1221.
12, 13.
12. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
So when we read this, we need to think if we can relate to or understand what it might feel like to be one of the laborers in the vineyard.
What does relate on my scriptures?
Right there.
What does relate mean?
About about the-
Relate means that you think about the way that it would apply to you.
Yeah, you were one of the laborers in the vineyard, and the vineyard is a place where they grow grapes and olives and stuff.
So this is a parable. So that means it can be representative. So when it says laborers, they're we can think of ourselves as if we were laborers. Okay?
And the laborers are just people who
Work.
Can I read the first one?
Sure.
Yep, go for it.
Wait,
Read it
where
nice and
is
loud.
it?
Matthew
20.
Hold on. And he.
Nope.
Alright. And when he had.
Verse 1.
Verse.
One more verse up. For what the kingdom of
For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder.
Yep.
Which went out early in the morning to
higher.
hire laborers into his
Vineyard.
vineyard. Can I read the next one? When he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. Can I do the next one? And he went
Let's
out
wait a little longer.
about the third hour, he saw others standing thy and in the marketplace. Idle.
What?
You got the word idle.
Marketplace. Very good.
Yep.
And he said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard and worship.
Whatsoever
it is right, I will give you. And they went their 3 ways.
Not 3.
Their way. Now can I do
Yep, that's a good point.
You did a great job, Dan.
Again, he went about the 6th day and the 9th hour and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and saith unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle.
Hey, Baba.
No.
They say unto him, because no man hath hired us. He saith unto them, go ye also into the vineyard, and the harvest is
That's
ripe,
all,
that
no.
shall ye receive.
So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard saith unto the steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. But when they first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, these last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made him equal to us, which have borne the burden and made and eaten the day. But he answered one of them and said, friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst thou not agree with me for a penny?
Take that and go thy way. I will give unto this last even as unto thee. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thine evil since I am good? So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many he called, but few chosen.
No, that's it.
That was it. That's as far as we were going.
Okay. We need to not be fighting to see who can read. We got also we were thinking about what the story is saying here. So what was the story? You were anticipating what happened in the story.
On the first one, they were talking about the kingdom of God.
Yeah, that was in the first verse, but what happened in the story? They're likened the Lord of the vineyard and the laborers. The Lord of the vineyard was the kingdom of God.
There's the householder, and he made the servants or slaves work for a penny.
Yeah. And a penny was worth a lot more, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, work for a whole day and you get a penny. Like,
No.
a penny was a reasonable,
Wage.
your food for the day.
Okay. So Sam, what happened first?
So basically, what happened is
No, not basically what happened. What happened first?
so this person hired some people to go work in his vine place.
When did he go to hire them?
I think it was like about 9 or something.
Yeah, in the beginning of the day, pretty much, right?
Beginning of
Then what happened, Danny? After
So
he
after he hired some people, then what happened?
at the end of the day.
We're not quite at the end of the day yet. Before that, what happened? What happened at maybe like 11 o'clock? So here, I'll tell you the story. So then at about 11 o'clock, he went out and he found more people who were standing around. They said standing around in the marketplace. What they would do is they would have people who would go to a certain place, kind of like a store, right? Except it wasn't like one. If you had apples, you come to that marketplace and you might be only selling apples. People would buy their apples from
So
there.
like they have like
Not so much. They would have more like tents. And then they'd have their table with apples, and someone would come buy apples from them. So some of the people who were there said, "Look, we don't have a thing to sell, but we're worker people, right? We can come and work in your vineyard. We can, prune trees, water, do, vineyard kind of things."
Workers for hire.
And so first he went out and he hired some people at the beginning of the day. And a little bit later he went out and there were still workers that were still in the marketplace, didn't have anything to do. So he said, okay, I will hire you as well. You can also have a penny for coming and working for me for the day. And then a little bit later in the day he went out and there were still people there. So he hired them as well. And then, with only like an hour left in the day, He went and there were still worker people at the market who hadn't been hired all day long. And he was like, why aren't you guys working? Like, you've been just sitting here all day? And they said, no one came and hired us. He said, okay, you come and work for me and I will give you a penny. So then what happened at the end of the day?
Like you had like a lot of pennies to get.
There were a lot of pennies to give. Did the people who started working at the end of the day get less money than the people who were working at the beginning of the day?
Nope, everyone was equal.
They were all equal.
Penny.
Does that seem fair? If mom came and was like, okay, Sam, 9 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna work with me all day. We're gonna do laundry and we're gonna clean the kitchen and do the things. And Danny's like off all day. And then at like noon, I come and say, Danny, you need to come and be working with us. And then you're helping me with the house and vacuuming. And Sam's still working, so we're all still working together. And then at like 3 o'clock, I go and I get Maylee, and I'm like, Maylee, you need to be working with us too. And so she helps us with the rooms and dusting the things. And then at 5 o'clock, I go and get David. Okay, David, you need to come work with us too.
Baby.
But
Nobody's girl.
he's part of this story too. So then at 5 o'clock, I get David, and I'm like, okay, David, you need to come work with us too. And he's gonna, so he works with us for an hour and probably just spills the chemicals and makes it more of a mess. Okay, and then at the end of that, I give everyone $1. Sam, who's been working,
seem fair if you're gonna give them $1.
well, that's kind of what happened in this story.
Well, back then, a dollar was
Okay, let's say I gave you all $5. But I gave Sam $5. He's been working with me since 9 o'clock in the morning. I gave you $5, same as Sam, but you've only been working with me since noon. I give Maylee $5. She's only been working with me since 3 o'clock, and I give David $5. He only came and worked with me for an hour.
It is your choice.
Does that seem fair?
No, but
That's kind of what happened in the story.
Sam would get 5, I would get 3, and then Mary would get 2, and then you would get 1.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That doesn't seem very fair, does it?
No. That is fair.
So here's the thing, though. All these people,
Because
they needed work. What would happen if they didn't get any work that day?
we would just be flying around.
And would they be able to get any money?
Nope. Nope.
If they didn't get any money, would they be able to get any food?
Nope.
So a penny was about the amount of money that they would need to get their food for the day.
Just
So
3 meals.
yeah, for some bread, some whatever they needed for the day.
Maybe some change if they decided to live a little cheaply that day.
Yeah. So if you came at the beginning of the day and you were able to get work at the beginning of the day, would you feel glad that you were going to be able to eat that day?
Yeah. I would.
Would you feel like, oh, phew, I'm going to be able to eat today?
I would
That would be a
just.
good thing.
I would just be glad that I could eat that day.
And you'd have to work hard all day. But you'd be able to eat, and you would know all day that you were going to be able to eat. Would that be a good thing?
And I'd get some good exercise in
And
the
then-
process.
If you came at noon, they gave you less. You wouldn't have enough money to eat for that day. Now, you'd maybe get a little bit to eat, but you'd still probably be hungry and do a lot of work. So was that really kind of the householder to give them a full
Penny?
penny, a full day's wages, enough money to fill up their tummies for the whole day? Because they came and they were still willing to work, right? They maybe weren't able to come right in the morning, but they came and they worked. And then what if you were the people who are still at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock at night, sitting and going, I've had no work all day, no one has hired me. Would you be worried like all day
I wouldn't be able to eat.
that there'd be no food? And maybe
If I work any of
maybe
the
if you
days,
had like a family and you'd have to go home and tell them, sorry, we have no food tonight. Would that be a hard thing to do? So
yeah.
how grateful do you think you would be that this person came and hired you at the very end of the day. And even though you only worked for an hour, he still took care of all of your needs for the day.
That was very nice.
That was pretty nice.
Yeah, I would, if I were any of
Like that. Okay, Sam, what was your thought?
if I were any of my groups, I would just be glad that I had gotten enough to feed myself for the day.
Yeah, at any point.
Yeah.
Just a few.
So, yeah. One of the important things we can learn from this is that regardless of what some people get in life, the Lord can give us what we need. So, not everyone is blessed with the same blessings, or not everyone gets the same kinds of experiences in life. Not everyone gets the blessing of living the gospel their entire life. Some people join the church when they're a lot older. Some people don't join the church in this life, but they will get a chance to hear the gospel and join the church.
Or maybe.
But
But they have the chance to.
the importance that they will have a chance to, the Lord will offer them an opportunity to work and to be saved, essentially. You can think of like receiving a penny as being saved. The thing is, though, is regardless of what other people get or what you don't get, it's not important that you care about what other people get. What's most important is that you think about what you agreed with the Lord to do and the things that you need, and you get what you need. Comparing yourselves to others is it's a sure way of having problems, right? Because the Lord was fair, the Lord of the vineyard was fair with all of his laborers. He agreed to pay them each according to what they agreed on an individual basis. And so the Lord will do the same with us. And it's not our place to be mad if someone gets more or you think it's unfair or whatever, because it doesn't matter. You got what you need and what you asked for. And so,
They didn't have money to pay for food.
Right. Well, so you can think about it like with living the gospel, right? All of us were pretty lucky that we got the gospel like really early on in our lives, right? Like all of us were born into families where we had the gospel our whole lives, right? Which means that we've been responsible to keep the commandments our whole lives, right?
and do the work of the Lord. And is that the easiest thing to do?
Not always. But do you think, but have you always had kind of the peace of the gospel in your life? Is that a blessing?
Yeah.
You've never had to like worry or like have to go search for the gospel or not know, where you came from or anything like that. So other people joined the church way later in life, right? Like, I know people who joined the church like when they were in college. Some people might be like, man, it's not fair. Like they didn't keep all of the commandments like I did. They didn't have to keep the word of wisdom or have to go on a mission.
They had to change. That's pretty hard.
They had to change. That's pretty hard. And does it matter which path they took?
It doesn't really matter.
It matters that we all make it to Jesus. And you know what's the most important part? If we were trying to be fair in this life, if everything should be just totally fair, we should all get what we deserve. Would any of us get to live with Heavenly Father again?
None of us.
None of us.
So,
One time.
We can. Why can we live with Heavenly Father? Sam, why can we live with Heavenly Father?
Because the Heavenly Father is merciful.
Because of Jesus, huh?
Also, like obey him, like going on a mission, and like I did, I got baptized.
Those were all good choices. But all of the good choices that we make aren't enough to get us back to Heavenly Father. We can only go back to Heavenly Father because He's merciful. And He's merciful to all of us.
because he died for us.
That's right.
Jesus died for us.
Jesus, Heavenly Father didn't die for us. Jesus died for us.
But no matter how much we do,
Sam,
we're still
put your
going to
hand
fall short. And so Heavenly Father and Jesus are merciful to all of us. And it doesn't matter how much short we would fall, all of us would fall short. And so we all rely on Jesus' mercy. Sam,
Hey,
what were you
Sam.
going to say?
Okay, so I was gonna say, the people who complain, they should just be glad that they got their penny.
And that's exactly what the householder says to them.
The one other thing that I want you to think about is that in this lesson, a lot of times the workers, or especially the workers that complained, they complained about the fact that they had to work more. But what a lot of us don't realize is that the work that we have can help us become better people. It can be a reason why it can be something that helps us a lot. So learning to embrace and enjoy the work and love the work that you're doing is going to help you so much in life, so that you won't even want to complain, because you were able to see and contribute more to whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish. In this parable, the people who started working in the morning, they were able to contribute more to the growing of the vineyard, and they can take satisfaction and be happy about that, and they don't have to complain if they have the right mind and attitude about it. The same thing happens whenever we have work and things that need to be done around the house. Even if you weren't the one that made the mess, or even if there's something else, you can all take joy in the work and the fact that you help make the house a better place for everyone to live.
Even if someone else isn't contributing as much, or in the same way.
Like it's bubble gum. I just clean our house.
Boom.
Yeah, we should just. Well, and the same goes for like doing our schoolwork, right?
Yeah.
You might be like, I have to do so much math or whatever.
It's good for you.
It's a kind of a privilege that you can do it, right? Because as you do more, who gets the benefit of you doing more schoolwork?
You.
You get the rewards,
The blessings,
the
the
blessings,
rewards.
Yes, if you don't have chores, you don't know how to do stuff, and your mom would go to jail because that's like breaking the law, I think.
It's not breaking the law to not give your kids chores,
Well, not.
but your mom might go to an insane asylum.
Okay. Yes, Maylee?
Like if we had to clean up these stuff, but we still had to clean it up.
Even if we complain, we still have to clean up, so we might as well not complain, huh?
Yes,
That's
it
right.
just uses more of your energy because.
Yeah, because then you're wasting your energy on complaining instead of just getting the work done, huh?
I can't see David. Where is
He's hiding.
Right here.
There he is. So let it be written.
So
Let it be done. Done.
See, I'm
done. You're so
Done. Done. Done.
cute.
Yay! On candy. Candy.